So it's a Tuesday, day after Christmas, that's how we're starting. And Merry Christmas, late Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Holidays. Can't exclude other holidays and things of that nature. But today I just kind of want to talk, and it was like it came to me because it was something that just happened to me, and it was like it was the idea of just committing, and I don't mean that in for me personally, it was not in a sense of relationship or anything like that. It was a sense of the direction I wanted to take in my life, because I had options on the table. I had two main options, being honest, where I could have either gone to get a trade for biotechnology and things like that, or I could have gone to a job where it was like a health data analyst or something like that. And I tried taking more than I could, because even so, it was so many miscalculations on my part, where it was like, if I did both regardless, it was like the timing wouldn't work out, because I would either be at work or at there. So the times were conflicting, and overall I just couldn't decide on which one to do, because I had already been accepted, I guess you could say. I just had to fill out the information and things like that for the trade, right? And the job, I just didn't get it, sadly. But it is what it is, because I genuinely, now looking back, it's like, if I was to take it, it'd be what it was. But at the same time, it's like, I don't think it was actually truly meant for me. And just because it just didn't kind of sit right, like it was like this feeling I had where it just didn't feel like it was the right direction to me. But because I betrayed my own sense of judgment and even just hesitated, if I would have committed to either one, more so the biotechnology, because I actually wanted to do, and because I took too long, it was like I missed both opportunities. And I say that to say, it's like, had I just stuck with my original plan and go to the trade school for biotechnology and all that, I would have been better off not even trying to consider the other option, which it didn't even play out. But I didn't know at the time. And the only reason I hesitated was because it was it's kind of pricey. I won't lie. But at the same time, of course, it's pricey. It's something that was bound to be, because it's a medical field in a way. It's science. Like, even so, it's a trade. Like, it's gonna eventually pay itself off and more, instead of just doing some job. And I'm mad at myself for allowing myself to hesitate and not clearly see or get blindsided by the direction I wanted to take, because honestly, I was interested in that, in biotechnology. And then that could have led up to other things eventually, whereas in the future, it's like, also alongside posting these videos, I wanted to go into to college or university and take classes on things like that. But I didn't. And it really sucks. I won't lie. It bothers me. It really bothers me that I didn't do that. So now I have to restructure my plan and keep it pushing, because honestly, had I not committed to that, it's like, who knows what would have happened. Like, who knows what would have happened if I had gone. And that we'll never know, because it just didn't happen. So knowing full well now, it's like I can reapply next year, because they have it annually. It's 12 months, a 12-month program. So during that meantime, it's like, the plan I have set for myself is obviously save enough money, but also at the same time, I have to take into account the financial aspect of my life, where it's like, how much I'm spending here, how much I'm doing this, saving this, putting this aside, everything. And I have to be way more conscious of that now, knowing that time is moving so fast. Time is moving so fast. It's like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. And time just passes and passes and passes. And we never really truly, like, if you get swept up by life, it's like you never truly and actually just go along with the plan that you, or you may not even realize you have a plan at all. You may not even have one at all. So it's like, just figure, and I can't just say figure it out, because even so, I'm still figuring it out. But I have an understanding of where I want to go, honestly. I have an understanding of where I want to go. But okay, now bringing it back to the topic at hand, I just kind of wanted to talk about my little rant, whatever, just because it was just something I feel like I needed to leave for myself. So it's like a note to myself. That's what it was. But back to the topic at hand of committing and, you know, taking the action forward. It's like we all have our own personal beliefs, interests, things like that. We can say our own purpose. You kind of have to find your purpose. You have to find your purpose, because it's like it's not just gonna magically appear. You kind of have to put yourself out there through trial and error until you're like, this is the thing that works for me. And for me, it's honestly just being able to help people, especially the ones that are close to me and I love, the ones I hold dearly to my heart, because I don't want to see them in any sort of pain or suffering or anything like that. And it really pains me knowing that it's like I am kind of letting myself down in that aspect, where it's like I could have done so much more looking back, but it's like it's already been done. It's like there's no use crying over spilled milk. So it's like now the idea is like, how do you move forward? Because I don't want to stay in that low energy frequency, however you want to spin it. I don't want to stay in that aspect or area where it's like I am constantly bothered by what could have been instead of what will be, and what I would do for that will be to be. And honestly, it's just being aware of, you know, the things you're doing and why you're doing what you're doing and how come you're doing this and what is it for, why. Like, it's just asking all these questions that at times may seem kind of just like kind of like, what's the right word, ordinary, I guess you could say, or just unconscious. You just do it because you do it for whatever reason or whatever thing. And I don't want to just be dragged along by life, because I remember sticking out during the interview I had. They asked me a question. It's like, where do you see yourself? And I got stuck for a moment. I'm like, where do I want to be? And I couldn't give a proper answer. And even so, it was like I knew in the back of my head what it was, which was going science, creating content, just overall benefiting my life, where I could actually apply for myself and for others, and create this sort of life where it's living at our maximum potential, I guess you could say, leaving my potential, leaving none of that left, like doing the most I can in the time I have here, and you know, alive. Because I just don't want to be just potential. I wanna turn that potential into something real, and bring it into reality, manifest it, whatever way it gets to you. Where it's like, I wanna do this. It's like, how does that go to? How does it go? Be, do, have. It's like you be this certain person who achieves this kind of thing. You do the actions that go towards it, and you have eventually what comes with it. You have to accept everything and anything that comes with it, though. Positive and negative, however you want to spin that, helpful or not helpful, good and bad, you know. I feel like I got sidetracked again. I got sidetracked because, like, as far as, you know, committing, and we can just be in a broad sense and take it into narrow aspects. Committing, it's I guess it's like choosing the idea that you choose it consciously. You're like, okay, this is what I'm okay with, whether it be a person, a job, a place, a car, a hobby, a path, anything, a bug, a sport. It could honestly be anything, and it's like committing to it for a goal you might have, whether it's playing an instrument for however long a day, reading for however long a day, you know, drawing for whatever amount of time. And it's like kind of sort of putting these ideas and hobbies into action, where it's like, you know, unrestricted of what people believe and think about you, because at the same time that also comes into play. If you have a weak sense of self, to put into easy perspectives, it's like a weak sense of self, where it's like what anything says and says you are, it's like you'll believe. It's the idea like what anyone says about you is as good as real, where it's like if you don't know yourself. But if you know yourself, it's like it won't really matter, because you know who you are, and if it doesn't apply, then it just doesn't. It doesn't. And if it does, it's like you already know, because you're aware of who you are as a person. And again, I got sidetracked again. But yeah, it's I in the future I have to make like points and topics I want to talk about pertaining to a particular subject, because right now it's like I'm just going all over the place, and I feel like I had to stop myself before I go into other topics. But yeah, it's like you know, how like it's wait. Okay, so bringing it back, it's like, you know, committing and staying true to your goals and the things. Because even so, if we want to talk about the results that come with it, who knows what the results are? I guess what really matters is, you know, the destination, not the destination, the journey, as the saying goes. It's not about the destination, but the journey, because in the journey, that's where you learn the most. But the destination is just the ending, and the destination is, you know, in a way, it's almost unseen, or it's like out of reach right now. So focus on what you can control, which is the right now and the things right now, to help create the future and things like that. I could go deeper into that, but it's like I feel like I'm just dragging this on for no reason, so I'm gonna just end it there. Hopefully something resonated with you, but see you guys.